So let's talk a little bit about these four entities which seem to be potentially working together. So at first glance, you can make the argument that North Korea, China, Russia, and Iran are bilateral relationships. You can see where each one of these entities has a relationship with another one and it stays within that lane, right? So for example, Russia and North Korea for right now. Russia and North Korea have a defense pact that no one else is involved in. It's just the two of them. That Russia is taking munitions 152 from North Korea, even though 152 millimeter rounds, even though that they suck and half of them don't work, but nonetheless, and is paying North Korea. It's giving it money, and it's even giving North Korea food. And in return, again, North Korea is giving munitions, and it's even sending some personnel. And then there's the potential for, Putin to be selling some education in the nuclear world, right? Trying to help North Korea in one of the three of its nuclear triads, in particular the maritime domain. But nonetheless, it's a relationship between the two of them. And then you have a relationship between Russia and China where there's some selling of oil, and China is using it's helping Russia skirt sanctions so it can continue to sell oil and make some money. But there's not like a triad in that way. There's not something that Russia has agreed to do with China, then China then brought North Korea in to kind of make a triangle out of that thing. That's not happening. There's a bilateral relationship between Iran and Russia. Russia is selling air defense capability to Iran. There are the Shaheds that Iran is absolutely selling to Russia. You see all of these Iranian Shaheds that are flying all over the battle space in Ukraine, right? But that's a bilateral relationship. That's not really an engagement with China in that three. So there's an argument and there's a thesis really that's going on in the foreign affairs world that yes, these four groups, these four nations continue to pop up as adversarial in regards to the West, but they're not coming together in a Warsaw Pact-like environment. They're not sitting together at one table and saying, okay, the four of us need to agree on doing X, and we're all going to do it together so we could, attack the West, or we could, sell this product here, or we can, skirt this sanction altogether here. They're not doing that. Now, that's not to say there aren't some behind the scenes conversations happening, telephone calls. That's not to say it's literally not true. There may be some, there may be some grouping of things. I'll just say it that way, behind the scenes, but overtly and generally, they're all bilateral. What could end up happening and become more dangerous for the West is if they do begin to coalesce around a single structure. And right now, again, one thesis is that's not really emerged yet. What has come together, however, is what's called like a shared discontent with the West, particularly the United States, amongst all of these players for different reasons specific to themselves, but a greater general reason, and that is the United States is not minding its own business.